Today's video is going to be about some airsoft anecdotes, some crazy stories, funny stories, whatever, that have happened to me over the years. I hope you enjoy them and you get a kick out of them. Today's story is about a field that I went to, indoor arena. Now, I'd gone to a couple different ones in the area before this, but this gentleman opened up a brand new arena indoor. He had an outdoor field that he had events at from time to time, but this was a brand new indoor field. So it was me and two of my teammates who went down there, including my squad leader. And we went down there to go to the event. And I think I have a picture which I'll put in here somewhere. Anyway, we went there and they wanted 4-man teams. And I'm like, what do you mean 4-man teams? They were only letting in 4 and 4 at a time. It's this small. And I didn't realize that until we actually got there. And 4 versus 4, it was busy with 4 versus 4. It was that small of a thing. And that was okay. So everybody had come with a team. Well, we were 3, and this other guy happened to be there. And I think he was wearing like cutoff, no gloves, just had goggles on, no face protection, nothing else. So they put him on the team with us. You know, and I think I had my original MP5 then, AEG. And they took down the TM. And didn't realize it. He was allowing full auto in this little close place. 350 with 2 5s, full auto. And I mean, you're talking like everybody's on top of each other. So I see a guy go in on the other team, and I did a double take. When I look, he has a 249, an M249. I don't know what brand. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And my squad leader says, well, you know, that's his place. He can do whatever he wants. He said, I'm going to use my blank firing grenades. He said, I already talked to him, and he said I could use them. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of loud for indoors. He had the 38 blanks for it. And he also had the 12 gauge for it, but he was only using the 38s that time. So I remember he threw one, and it went off, and the guys didn't call it. You know, it went off. You were going to be dead because you're close to whatever it was, unless you're behind a wall. But I remember this one spot, you came out of like the staging area, and it split off like this. Well, there was a wall. There was like a square structure wall right here, and that's where I went. And the guy is down the lane, which is like 20 feet away, shooting full auto with the M249. And I'm like looking at my squad leader going, what are you supposed to do with that? A couple of us tried to go around and shoot, and he was just peppering it. He just kept on the trigger. You figure you got him maybe once in a while, but 90% of the time he's shooting there. So I'm like, I'll go around the other side. So I'm high ready with my MP5, and I come around the corner, and there's this young kid. And I guess I scared him because I didn't draw on him. I stopped, and his gun is like right in my stomach, right in the middle of my stomach. And he's just shot. He's scared. He got scared. I could tell the way he acted. And he clamped the trigger like that. And I mean, it's like, bah, 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 and I had to pull it away from my stomach. And he's still shooting. I'd say, and I put it in the air. I said, stop shooting. He's like, sorry. And I'm like, I have this big red welt and a couple of marks across my stomach where he had shot me point blank, full auto, before I could even grab it. Now, these games are like 5 minutes because you walk in there, blah, 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 and we're all dead. Into games, we switch, the next group comes in. So we went in like 4 times. And at the end of the fourth time we got done, and it's like an hour to drive down there. I said to my squad leader, I said, I had enough. You want to go in back again, you can. There's a couple guys over there missing some people. I think they went in one more time, and that was it. They were done. So we went. And that ain't the only thing that was wrong that day there with everybody shooting full auto. I said to him, I remember, why don't we do a pistols only game? Oh, not everybody's got pistols. Well, why not let groups go in there that have pistols? And he had no staging area. You were outside. And this is like early April. Still warm. It was warm. You had clothes on, and you're in the dark. So we had lights like set up, and he had one light way back on the side, and you're in the parking lot on the back of your car. We were working off of my buddy's car at the time. His trunk's open, so we have the light from the trunk, and we got all our stuff sitting there, and we're waiting to be called in. And I'm like, I wonder what the hell they do when it rains. People stand out here. I'm like, horse shit, I wouldn't want to do this. It's cold or snowy. Well, I wouldn't be doing this either. He had no like staging area that you could go in and set stuff up and things like that. It was that small of a location. I think it lasted less than a year. We went down once, that was it. And between that place and the two other places I went to, I had very negative experiences in indoor arenas. So I am mainly an outdoor type person. I will do anything outdoor. The distances are better. Sometimes people don't call their hits. I don't care. I just play to have fun. I have more fun outdoors. That's just me. Maybe the indoor stuff has got better, but from what I can see, if you watch half the videos, everybody cheats, everybody overshoots, and everybody's HPA speed trigger like slam you with 20 BBs by the time they call your hit. So I'm really not a big fan, but that was my first experience with that small of an arena. Now there's a couple other places that I was told are as small or were smaller than them, and they have actually dried up and gone away. Right now, there's only two arenas that I know within a 2 hour some distance from me. There'll probably some more around, but there's one out west of the, going toward Ohio, middle of the state, a little past the middle of the state. And there's two in New Jersey that everybody goes to. But after hearing all the problems at the one location and then the people transferred to the other location, which then they started having problems. So I'm like, I don't know. I was a ref indoors. I know the problems that occur indoors, and if you're on top of people and you have, you make sure everybody's having fun. You get a good reputation. You get good people coming. The idiots that come, you weed them out right away and they go. But so that's just my one story about this one location that I went to. It was an interesting time. And if you ask my two other squad mates that went with us that day, you'll hear some good stories from them too about how they got overshot and all the red marks and stuff like that they had for the day. Hope you enjoyed the story. And as always, you guys have a good day.